We're doing a Stonecreek lumber contract. Big trees to small houses. A couple of local residents want to stock up on firewood for the coming winter. Please help us with the delivery. We'll pay you. Okay, we're tracking it. House to the south needs 1 order of medium logs and 4 planks. House in the north needs 2 loads of long logs. I'm not using the Mack Pinnacle. I think I'll just use the old Caterpillar for this one. I think the tires are way too small on this thing, and until they release all-wheel drive and bigger tires, I may not use it much. But this one, on the other hand, has a log attachment on it that we're going to have to use. I don't mind using one rear-wheel drive vehicle because I can pull it with something like the Tuz 420. This truck is a bit useful when you do it like that. Okay, I've gotten enough log trailer reversing practice in. I'm gonna go ahead and attach it. Sometimes I can reverse it like a pro, but other times I just can't get it right. I'll just grab that thing with a winch and pull it on in. Okay, let's refuel this thing and get on the road. Okay, let's mark it. That should get us there. We just need to get to the fuel station. We'll top this thing off one more time and grab the Tuz 420. We'll start a convoy and mark the map. Then I'm just going to take this truck on out to where I need to deliver the logs to. And I'm bringing those logs up there with a sideboard semi using the International Paystar. Because there's no way we could bring a double load of logs uphill like that without using a sideboard semi trailer. It's going to be hard enough to pull a rear wheel drive vehicle up that hill with a Tuz 420. This is a pretty good driving little truck though. As long as you avoid all the rock crawling, this truck drives extremely well. But if you want to go rock crawling, you better take the Tuz 420 to pull you through it. Here's where we have to go between the trees if we want to avoid the rock crawling. That little detour saved us a whole lot of time. We're coming up to the fuel station now. We haven't really used much, but I'm going to top it off anyway. I'm going to take this one over and park it in the right direction. I'm going to lead with this one until I get stuck. This thing can push just as good as it can pull. That should work. This truck is really smooth. It's a shame it doesn't have all-wheel drive. But I'm sure they'll release an update in the future to give it all-wheel drive, maybe even bigger wheels. The Pinnacle needs bigger wheels for sure. It's supposedly an off-road truck. But this one is a highway truck, and it has bigger wheels by an inch or two, and it has always engaged differential lock. But basically all this truck needs to be awesome is all-wheel drive. This truck has good fuel economy, and it has the fuel rack on top. The Pinnacle has the fuel rack on top also, but you can't use it if you're using that wonky looking new log train they came out with. I tried it. It takes a lot of getting used to. I don't really want to use it unless they surprise us with some upgrades for it. This place gets a whole lot of rain. We're passing the garage. I'm gonna see if we can get any more speed in auto. It just doesn't ever want to shift into the fourth. Oh, that's not good. The Tugs 420 driver fell asleep and hit a pole. I left his leash too long. Wait, I forgot to refuel this thing at the fuel station. I'll just bring a fuel truck down from the garage. That's what we need. I'll just leave this thing sitting out there in case we need it again. It don't like going through mud either unless it's being pulled. This is a good spot to leave it. Let's top these things off. Okay, let's get this thing up to the top of the mountain. I could have probably taken that Mack Terrapro in the lead with hours and hours of winching, but I'm going to do it quick by pulling it with the Tuz 420. I have it on a short leash. Not very many trucks are going to be able to get up to where we got to take this thing to, even if they have all-wheel drive. It's extremely steep and rocky. We're getting pretty close. Let me take a look at the map. I'm just going to mark it. That looks simple enough. Tom Alvis. I guess we should have stayed on the road. It's okay though. We'll just go over right here. The most difficult part is right before we get there. It's the whole reason we couldn't just double load this thing and pull it on out. Sideboard semi can make it up there with 2 loads of long logs. You just can't deliver them with it. So I can use this one to deliver it. We should be just about there. Let me look. We have to cross a deep trench. I think I just flipped it. Let's see how hard it's going to be to move. At least we don't have locks to pick up. I gotta climb up on the hill and flip it back over. Even the Tuz 420 struggles getting up this. But I have a truck that can deliver. The International Paystar is 10-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and all 5 axles have differential lock. I'll take 2 loads of long logs straight up the steep side with it. I'm not even afraid of losing any logs. Two loads of long logs is only 6 logs, and that fit perfect in a sideboard semi-trailer. You could haul up to 4 loads in one. You just need a truck to unload them onto whenever you're turning them in. It doesn't matter how you get them there. Drag them, airdrop them, whatever. Just get them there. Let's grab this guy by the nose and get it up the hill. The Tusk 420 has massive torque and massive grip. Just as I was bragging about grip, I lost my grip. It can wait right there, and I'll turn this thing into the right direction and grab it again. This is extremely steep. The big dairy longhorn sitting there was brought up here for a task. I can't remember which one. I could take the dairy longhorn to get the 4 wooden planks after I get here with the 2 loads of long logs. They have unlimited wooden planks at the sawmill. I might just go by there and get those. But I'm gonna get the long logs first. International Paystar 5600 TS for when you have to call in the big dogs. We gotta grab a sideboard semi-trailer and go around the back side of this garage and up the mountain. They have unlimited long logs. We have all we need. I almost threw it into high gear to go rock crawling. I probably need differential locks instead. If I would have geared down, I wouldn't have got my differentials hot. We're not going to have to turn around once we get there. We're going to keep going straight like we did on the rail trail contract. I'm just going to put a couple marks on the map. That should do it. Wait, I gotta change the time. That's better. We can refuel when we get to that international fuel truck. Whoever lives here lives in a hard to get to place. We're about to reach the top of the hill and then we start going down the other side. That's where the logs are. Differentials got hot too fast with them locked in. There are the long logs. As many of them as we want to take. We just need about 6 of them. Let's get this anchor down and load these logs. Three makes a load. That's got it loaded. Let's get it in. 12 logs would fit in this thing. It would probably be a whole lot heavier. I'm going to use reverse with diff locks. The International Paystar makes an awesome rock crawler. If I wasn't loaded, I could do this in low plus, but I don't want to spill my logs. We're pretty much out of the rough part now. Well, actually, the roughest part is going to be when we deliver it. But it's not going to be hard for this truck. We finally made it to the highway, didn't we? The International Paystar will make quick work of this trip. Let's see how it can do in auto. It must be still spinning the mud off of its tires. The rain doesn't slack down much here. I'm just going to top off on fuel right here. I just gave him a little boost. Okay, we're topped off. Let's get it in. I know I'm not going to take the same line I took with that other truck when I flipped it. I'm just gonna go straight across the ditch and up the other side. I'm just going up the steepest part of it. This truck can climb just about as good as the 420 can. This part's extremely steep. The trailer's trying to slide over the hill. We're coming up on that crazy part. It's just over this little hump. We made it to the rough spot. Here comes the ultimate test. Oh, we're beating it up, but I'm keeping the hammer down. This truck is a beast. I guess I need to take this over there where the boat is. I think this might work. Let's detach it so we can flip it over. Okay, let's get the anchor down and get it loaded. Let's tip it over. That should work. Let's pack it. That's gonna be all of the long logs. I'm gonna jump to the garage and grab the Caterpillar. The CT680 makes a great log truck. Since I only have one load, I'm not gonna need a log crane for it. I just have a fairly long trip, but I'm gonna be able to hammer pretty much the whole way. I'm beating the shocks off of it. If we don't take it out of auto, it might not make it there, on one piece anyways. I'm gonna lock the differentials. We've already made it to the fuel station. Let's keep it moving. Although I could do this rock crawling section, I'm gonna go around it for the sake of time. I moved a couple trucks around off camera. I brought the Caterpillar OG out from the railway station, and also that other truck that was parked beside of it. I have it waiting up here just past that little dinky bridge. I'm gonna take it on up there to the sawmill, but we're gonna convoy just a little ways. Oh, we hit a dead tree and it stopped us in our track. It wasn't too hard to break it though. I see the OG cat sitting up there. Here's our exit across the dinky bridge. This thing's so fuel efficient, I'm not even gonna stop for fuel. Actually, we're not very far from the fuel station anyways. Okay, let's convoy up to the intersection. I'm just going to leave this thing at the sawmill in case we need to pick up a bunch of lumber from there, but we'd have to bring some logs out there to make them. This is a rough road here. Let me see where we're at. We have to drop that other truck after we pass the next mark. I almost overcooked my differentials. This section's rough for a lot of all-wheel drive vehicles, and this vehicle is rear-wheel drive. I learned early on that the right side of it gets more traction than the left side. Even though there's trees on the left side that you can winch to, you'll be quicker staying to the right. But of course, the more you go through it, the worse it gets until you leave the map and come back. This is the intersection where I need to leave the other truck. This should be good. I'm gonna go down by the fuel station and fuel up first. I probably should have just brought that other truck and fueled it up. I might just bring it back down here too, after I get this one fueled up and move it over there to the sawmill. It's a tight turn. That's all we needed. We made it. Let's grab the Caterpillar. Yeah, I'm just gonna refuel this one too. I don't want to get over there and run out of fuel. Whoops, I almost took a detour. I could have saved a minute or two if I would have just pulled this thing with the other one. I guess it was worth it to come out here to get 10 gallons. Oh goodness, what have I done? I'm stuck on a pole. There's nothing to winch to. I'm gonna have to pull it out with that other truck. I had a hold of the pole instead of the truck. It's having trouble. It's stuck in there good. There we go. I'll just leave that other truck sitting right there. We only wasted a gallon of fuel and a couple minutes of time. I think I can go down right here. This might get a little crazy. It looks like I could probably cross right here, but I'm just going to go on down to the bridge. The discs are getting hot. We have a rickety old wooden bridge. Let's put a couple marks on the map. That should get us there. This is rough terrain. Goodness. I'm glad we're not coming back this way with a load of logs. This road's cratered out pretty bad. Hot diffs. Whoa, that was close. There's our load of logs. Okay, we got it. Let's get it in. We're gonna have to take it pretty slow to keep from tipping it. Oh my gosh, that was close. That was a little bit too fast. We don't have far to go now. All we're gonna have left to deliver after this is 4 wooden planks. I still haven't decided if I want to go pick up all those wooden planks from the wild or if I want to bring some logs over and make them myself. I guess it would take about the same amount of time either way. If I bring the logs, I've already got that truck sitting over there to collect the wood with. I could just take the pinnacle up there to the place that has unlimited logs and pull it out with the TUS 420. It looks like this is the road to the place where we're going. I marked it in the wrong place. This truck does an awesome job hauling these logs. I think we made it.